state of disunion, like Phil Collins' land of confusion, we're going to talk about what Republicans seem to care most about. You see, when Republicans aren't busy dismissing the rule of law when it comes to Trump, they're busy passing legislation to target issues or minorities that are not even real threats. Ask most Americans, and they will tell you that they're most concerned about, fair wages, affordable housing, solid schools that are safe for kids, and making sure there's safe water to drink. Republicans, not so much. In Tennessee, Governor Bill Lee, hot off signing legislation policing those dangerous drag queens, has now passed a bill banning a ban on gas stoves. That's right, banning bans on gas stoves. Tennesseans can rest easy because your gas stoves are safe and drag queens won't threaten to cook for your children. But guns, the leading cause of death for American children and teens? I was really concerned about that. In Florida, Florida, the state legislature, which has helped keep Floridians from saying gay or reading about Roberto Clemente, now wants to ban any discussion of menstrual cycles in school before the 6th grade. Who cares if menstrual cycles can start as early as 3rd grade? According to those middle-aged male politicians, that's not their problem. That's for their wives to worry about. Florida Republicans say this is a needed tool to fight woke ideology, biology, which they can't even define, but has become their excuse for policing pretty much everything that makes them feel icky and uncomfortable, like lady parts or race or the environment. And by the way, later this month, Florida will move to make Don't Say Gay applicable for all public school students, not just the younger kids. I guess sexuality and gender is like Voldemort. You shouldn't mention it at all. Missouri state legislature, which seems to be in a race with Florida to the bottom, is now considering stripping funding from the state's public libraries because the libraries are fighting back, suing to stop a new state law that bans sexually explicit material in school libraries. Let me be clear. Public schools are not pushing pornography on children, and librarians have a right to fight back against censorship, an issue Republicans like to rail about. Instead, Republicans think their time is best spent punishing their own citizens to own the libs. Missouri House has given preliminary approval to legislation banning COVID vaccine requirements. This came after they spent a day debating if the vaccine saves lives. Who cares about the more than 1 million Americans who died from it or the millions of Americans who are still suffering from long COVID? And in Idaho, the state legislature is moving ahead with a veto-proof majority to reinstate, I'm not making this up, firing squads as the state's alternative method of execution. Who cares if we're in the 21st century and not the 19th century? They want to return to firing squads. Iowa, Idaho, stay yourselves.